Hey everybody, it's Kristen Smedley with Thriving Blind. I am beaming, smiling today because I have my buddy and everybody's favorite artist, Clarke Reynolds, here because we are starting to reveal who is featured in the book What I Can Be Is Up to Me, the Thriving Blind children's book that we have been waiting and waiting and waiting to get out into the world, and it is now available for order. We are on a Kickstarter campaign that is going like gangbusters. People are jumping in to make sure that this book comes into the world in the dual format of print and Braille, so it's accessible to everybody. And Clarke is featured as he is a blind artist. We were choosing characters that people go, I didn't know that a blind person could do that. Yeah. We were trying to choose between about 100 and some because, well, as you know, Clarke, blind people can put anything their mind is to, and that's what the book is about. Clarke,
That's
where are
right.
you coming in from today? You're always in some cool place.
Well, it's probably echoing here because I am at my Braille Trilogy exhibition.
Wait, Braille trilogy, like Star Wars trilogy, Braille trilogy?
Of course, everything comes in best of three. So in one calendar year, three solo exhibitions at three prestigious gallery. I mean, I'm blind, I'm an artist, it shouldn't have happened in the first place. I mean, and literally, it's a launch party tonight. I'm in my neon coloured room. I'll flip the camera around to show everyone. Literally, you are guided by the art in this room.
I'm going to describe for people that can't access it visually.
Yes.
There, it's like a lit up room with purplish kind of lights, and then all of these lit up Braille dots. How did you do that?
Because they're painted in neon colours, so the light you're seeing is UV light. So you know when you go into like theme parks and your white teeth will light up, or your white trainers will just go sparkle. It's all I've done is painted all these dots in a neon colour. So when it's outside, they look normal. I'll show you the outside ones. So that's what it normally looks like, right? So you can
Oh,
see the dots and you've got the adaptive Braille. But when it goes under blue light, you physically light up. So it's a metaphor for blindness in a way. Like the idea is to light your way no matter the darkness, you know.
wow.
And the best bit in this exhibition is this piece here. So this is a Braille light box. So all these holes are drilled out, and emitting from it is a message. It's all about how art is my light as my world is getting darker.
Wow. So okay, let's flip it around to you in your magnificent suit
Yeah.
again. Tell me about that light box. All those holes. What is it made out of? Wood,
So
metal?
it's just plywood, obviously gridded out, and then painstakingly just used a hand drill and drilled all the holes so they go all the way through. Then painstakingly again sanded all the holes 3 times, and then it's backlit by UV light. So it wouldn't look out of place in a design museum, even if you didn't know it was Braille. So it's literally a Braille light box.
So I want to land on this for a second. I want to make sure that parents and grandparents and teachers and everyone is listening. You
Yes.
were using what tools to make that?
Hand drill, pencil, and sandpaper, and yeah.
Okay, hand drill. In my
Yeah.
own home, my dad and I, who my dad is like best friends with my Mitchell, got into a whole thing one day about Mitchell using drills and power tools. And I said, do I have to send you through the recordings of the Succeed Without Sight Summit and remind
Blind
you?
people make the best DIYers because we don't rely on our eyes. We rely on touch, right? So this exhibition is called the Braille Trilogy, and it's about those stories. And I've just taken you into my my neon coloured one. And then so I've even got, so have you got drawing pins? I suppose in the States it'd be tacks, wouldn't it? Tacks, drawing pins. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So can you imagine all these? Oh, I bet all this is drawing pins on the corkboard, Braille.
Oh, thumbtacks?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And there's 15,000 of them.
Now, there's a line in the book. We're not going to give away the story because everybody's got to go get it and be excited and unveil it, you know, the entire book. But there's a line in the story of your character that says touchable art. Tell us about that.
Well, because I work in Braille and it tells a story, so obviously Braille's not meant to be seen. So what I do is I give it colour so it can be seen by yourselves, because I want Braille to be universal. But then you physically touch it. You know, the art is there to be touched. It reads the story. And obviously, because this is thumbtacks or drawing pins, it's got a lovely cold texture against the cork, you know. So again, you know, that sense is special. And, you know, and these pieces are called I Miss Colours, but ... And it's about seeing a colour through a different memory, through a different sense, like hearing, touch, taste, you know, a memory of a colour. So that's why I've done it on giant corkboards. Yes, it's a play on words again. It
is absolutely brilliant. You know, Clarke, did you always want to be an artist?
Oh, from the age of 6. There's nothing for me, you know, obviously, you know, archaeologist, digging up dinosaurs maybe, but no, I always wanted to be an artist. There was no different route for me. Obviously, you know about my struggles, you know, sight loss is not just the only struggle. I mean, I left school at the age of 14 due to kidney problems, but I'm standing here proud to be a blind person. No, in fact, I love being a blind person because I love who I am. I can't change my sight loss. I love being blind. I love creating art. I love engaging with people. You know, oh, you're blind. Oh, can you do it? Oh, how'd you do that? I've just come off with a discussion just before I met you with 60 year 6 pupils. So that's around about 9, 10, 11-year-old age. And one of the classes is named after me, so hence why I did the class. But 60 pupils, and I showed them around the exhibition, and then afterwards they queued up, like they were queuing up for a roller coaster to ask me questions. And they kept coming round and round and round. I must have had one kid come around and say, "Sorry, it's me again," because he wanted to ask another question. It was brilliant.
I love it. I love it. You know, what's interesting is when you're in our Thriving Blind Academy mentorship calls, you're always saying how blindness has the benefits to your life and all of the things that people all, for the most part, and I'll bet a lot of people watching this and that are interested in getting the book are thinking blindness is a burden. That's probably the first thing that comes to mind. And you have the exact opposite perspective of this. It's like blindness opened up a whole world to you.
It did. I mean, you know, the idea of when obviously being an artist before I lost my sight, and then when I started my sight and I still want to be that same artist, I just really realised how we live in a visual world and how those barriers are put up against me. You know, saying, "Oh, isn't it nice you've got a hobby?" And things like that. And it really grated me because I haven't changed as a person, as a creative. I just lost the ability to see. You know, but then in a way, losing my sight has given me the ability to see, because I want to change people's perceptions of what someone like myself can do in the creative industry. You know, especially the young vision impaired children growing up. I'm so passionate about that, about being a role model for them in the future generation, so they don't have to pull up with the barriers that I face. You know, hopefully 20 years down the line, we're not having this same discussion. You know, and we're talking about the next blind artist on the scene. You know.
You know what I love about you so much, Clarke, with the 80 gajillion things that there are to love about you and your vibe and your whole thing, is that this book, What I Can Be Is Up to Me, this children's book, is based on the entire through line of it is believe in yourself. No matter what the world says or thinks that you should or should not be doing, believe in yourself. And you are a true testament of that, to believe from the age of 6. And the book, I didn't even realize it was from the age of 6. I'm all excited because the book is written for the 6-year-olds in that age group, and you are proof that believe in yourself and all of the barriers and people. I can only imagine how many people thought you were crazy losing your vision and still wanting to be an artist.
Of course. Yes, I've just put my phone out. There's people in the gallery. We are literally live in the gallery, which is great. But I know no different. You know, it's a strange feeling to say. You know, obviously. I mean, we're in a bit called Decoding Braille, Decoding Me, which is all about colour. I've colour coded Braille, and it's like people say to me, Are you crazy? Why are you colour coding Braille? I mean, I get pushback from the Braille purists because they think I'm making their life more difficult, but I'm not. I'm making it better so that Braille becomes universal. And people say to me, oh, yeah, how can you see colour? And I say, I don't see colour. I don't see it anymore. I see my art through the reactions and the engagement it brings, you know, and that's what excites me when I have this launch event tonight. I'm going to have all these new people coming out and experiencing the art, and, you know, and that's how I see my art. I'm going to be that little, you know, I'm going to just stand behind and watch them, hear them, what they're saying, and then I'm going to say, oh, I'm the artist, blah, blah, blah. But obviously they know I'm the artist because I'm wearing my Braille coat. But, you know, the idea is they look at the art and they look beyond what, it's not done by a blind person, it's done by a contemporary visual artist. Doesn't matter that I'm blind. It's done by contemporary visual artist, and that's the root of it, you know. And then and the idea is that someone's blind's done it, then it adds another layer, thinking, oh, how's he done that? And then we ask those questions about sight loss, which is a perfect foil, really.
I love this because that's what I've always said with my boys and everybody that I work with at Thriving Blind Academy. The blindness should fall in the background, you know, have all the access in place and then let it fall in the background. And we are going to get to a day where it's not going to be Clarke, the blind artist. It's going to be Clarke, the artist. And then, oh, he happens to be blind. You know, it'll be something like an afterthought. I love that you're calling so much attention to the blindness and artists. And I think it is phenomenal because the other thing, and I'm sure that you've learned this too, the other big thing I've learned is the barriers come up because people are just uneducated and they don't know what to say or do. Like, all you have to say is what you just said. Oh, how did you do that? Like, that's the only question. How'd you do that?
We're very PC. They don't want to offend. They don't want to offend the blind community. And it's strange because I went to the Blind conference in England a couple of weeks ago. I was a keynote speaker there. It actually came out on YouTube. I'll have to send you the link for that.
Yeah.
And I turned around and I said I've never seen so many blind people in one room. And I said to someone, I said, what do we call a collective noun of blind people? Are we called moles? And she turned around to me and she said, you can't say that. I said, why not? I said, she said to me, it's a bit rude. I said, not really. If you can't laugh at yourself, you can't, you know what I mean? It's like, come on.
I know. I know people get a little sensitive, but that's what I love about, you know, this book and that you agreed to be a part of it and get it out in the world because it opens up the conversation. I mean, can you imagine 2 6-year-olds can sit with this book together. One can read the Braille side of the page. One can read the print side of the page, and they can talk about it. They can talk about, oh yeah, I'm interested in art, or I'm interested in, we're not going to reveal the other characters yet, but have that conversation. And then they never develop the bias that all of the adults have.
That's it. And, you know, because I'm an artist, right? And I'm quite an old artist now. I'm 41. But as an artist, we have the ability never to grow old, right? So that's the beauty. So I'm still a child. I'm always going to be a child because I'm an artist. So it's perfect. And that's why I love working with young children, because I see them as myself, you know, as always myself. I don't see them as children. I see them as a creative vessel that when they ask those questions, that they speak the truth. There's no PC with them. That's why I love working with children.
Oh, I love it too. I love it. And I love that you're already thinking about a children's book. We'll make sure that I'm gonna make you accountable to get that. I can't wait for this book, mine, to come into the world. And then yours is going to be so exciting. This is just, oh my God. This is one of those days where I am like, blindness has brought to my life so many blessings, I can't even count them anymore. And meeting you in the Succeed Without Sight Summit a couple years ago, when the whole world was upset over COVID and lockdowns, and you came in and just brightened everything up and are the epitome of thriving blind. I can't wait for everyone that is ordering this book to get it in their hands and read your story and everybody else's. And I also can't wait for our visually impaired illustrator to do her rendition, her creative expression of you in the world. Oh,
she has to put me in the blind suit. It has to be my blind Braille suit. You know, it must be. And ironically, that's the one I voted for. I voted for the winner. I did vote for the winner. Yeah, I think it was the simplicity of the front cover really drew me in.
Yeah.
I'm really excited, and also I'm excited to start signing copies of the book. You know.
Oh, yes. Oh, hey, I'm excited for the UK stop on the tour for the book. I'm coming
Oh
to you
yeah.
over there. All right, this is fantastic. I know that you are so busy doing such great things in the world over there, and the fact that you took this time to sit down with me and talk about the book and show people a little bit of what you have going on, Clarke, I appreciate you so much.
Oh, that's great. And big cheer out to all my American friends. I've been to Tallahassee this year and worked with the Lighthouse children, and they inspired me. And I'm hopefully, I'll come back in the future and do a big exhibition in New York or something. That's my plan.
Well, let's see if we can make that work for let's put that as a goal for the 2023 Succeed Without Sight Summit. We'll bring you over and then see if we can get folks all lined up to have that New York dream happen too.
Oh, that'd be great.
Awesome. Where can people follow you on social?
So my website is Seeing Without Seeing, all one word, seeingwithoutseeing.com, and it's linked to my socials, it links to my Instagram, it's linked to my podcast, because I'm a good talker.
Yeah.
So I have a podcast called Art Insight with my talking guide dog Steve, and we go around galleries, and we literally, it's like two blokes chatting in the pub, but we chat about art like we're doing now. So I have a podcast. I'm enjoying life. I'm enjoying meeting new friends. I mean, I feel so young, Kristen. It's really weird. I'm doing so much, but I feel just energized.
I love it. I love talking to somebody that is working in their brilliance, their zone of genius, their purpose in this world, and you just light up talking about it. Clarke, you are the greatest. You are the epitome of thriving blind. And talk about, I mean, our title of the book, What I Can Be Is Up to Me. You like destroy that. You are so like, it is, yes, you're totally embodying that. All right, you get back to all your great things. Thanks for coming on. And everybody, we will put the links under the video, and you can go check out everything, Clarke's website, social media, and his podcast. And go get the book. What I Can Be Is Up to Me. It's on Kickstarter right now. We'll see ya.
Definitely.